Hello, this is Michael Wolf reporting for WatchReport.com. Would like to take a moment to present a recent acquisition. This is really going to be a pleasure to talk about this watch. I've really wanted this particular brand and model for quite some time, and I've been enjoying it greatly over the last week or so. I just want to share my thoughts and opinions with you guys and let you all make some decisions on your own based on what you see in the video. What you see in front of you is the Fortis B-42 diver's watch. This is an older model of the B-42. I believe it still is part of the maritime collection that Fortis has on their website, but I don't believe you'll find the white dial any longer on their website. But they have some other B-42s. They have the new Marine Master and so forth. So it'll still give you a good idea of what this watch is all about, what this brand is all about, and what they have to offer. So, first I just want to show it on the wrist, and just let you see that it does have some good wrist presence, and I'll go into the specifications here in just a second. A little bit about Fortis in general. The company dates back to, I believe, right around 1912, and then the company claims to be the world's first manufacturer of an automatic wristwatch in 1926. And then, the company's progressed through the years and so forth, and up until the current company that it is today. But this is, give me just a second here. What you're seeing here is and I'll get it off the wrist now. And just for an idea, my wrist size is about 7 3/4. But what we have is a 42 millimeter case, and that is measuring from the underside of the case 10 to 4. Because when you factor in the crown and the bezel, which sticks out ever so slightly beyond the case edges, it jumps it up to right around 47 millimeters. And we have a 13 millimeter case thickness approximately, and from lug tip to lug tip we're looking at around 53 millimeters. So it's going to have a lot of wrist presence even at the 42 millimeter size, just because of the nice large crown, the bezel coming out a little bit, plus it's got a good lug tip to lug tip measurement. So it's gonna look good on a wide range of wrist sizes. What we have a unidirectional rotating bezel, which is a 60-minute style, 60-minute countdown. The bezel clicks, as you can see, I'm not going to click it over, but the bezel clicks are very precise, and there's really no play in this bezel whatsoever. It's very tight. It is very easy to grasp and so forth. The crown is what I thought was kind of stunning. It is a signed crown. It does have the Fortis logo at its center. But even though this is a dive watch, and I believe it's 200 meters water resistant, it could be 300, but I think it was 200. This is a push-pull crown. It's nicely coin-edged, easy to grasp. You can get your fingernail underneath of it really easy, pop it out. So no issues there whatsoever. But I thought it was interesting that we've got a dive watch with a push-pull crown. And from what I've seen, the newer models, the Marine Master and so forth, they also have push-pull crowns. So a little odd. As you can see, drilled lugs, screw heads. And the other side, though, it's a barrel type system for the lugs, so you can see there's no screw head on the other side. So I'm assuming that, and I'm not going to take it off this bracelet ever because this is one of my favorite bracelets of all time, but I'm assuming if you unscrew the other side, these barrels will just slide out from this end. Go to the crystal. This is what's fantastic. One of the really fantastic features about this watch. Under certain lighting conditions, the sapphire crystal and the AR coating are so good on this watch that, again, from certain angles, you won't even notice that there's a crystal on this watch. Love it when watch companies get it right to that degree. We have a large dial opening as well. This is a 35mm dial opening, so the watch is going to look obviously a little bit larger than, play larger than what it is based on that. Now below the sapphire crystal, one of the other great features of this watch, and I absolutely just have loved this aspect since the first day I ever saw this watch. We have, I'm going to call them furnace blued markers surrounding the dial. All the numerals, the hands, even the second hand have that furnace blue color to them, and then obviously that's what you're going to see at certain angles, and then at other angles you're going to see black or a darker color. But to me, they remind me of the color that that you see on some of the screws in watch movements, the blued screws in watch movements. It's very, very similar, if not the same thing. It's very, very cool. Very limited branding, so we've got a very clean, uncluttered dial. We've got a day-date option at the 3, and then you do have a 24-hour counter around the chapter ring, which is nice. Nice, smooth beating movement. This has, and I haven't tested the crystal, and I wasn't able to necessarily find the spec that I was looking for. I don't know if this display back is sapphire or if it's mineral, but I'll find that out and make sure I include that in the written portion of the review. It's a rather large opening on the display back. I believe it's right around 26mm, so you're going to get a good view of this movement. It looks like a base grade ETA 2836-2. I don't see a whole lot of perlage or anything like that on the movement itself. The rotor is engraved, but I believe other than that it is a base grade 2836. Various specification information surrounding the case back. It is a screw down case back, which you would expect for a dive watch. Now, to another great feature. This is one of my all-time favorite bracelets. I compare it very much to the Breitling Pro 1. That is on the older Super Ocean models. And why do I do that? It has the same type of system for taking sizing links. Basically, this is a screw and barrel system. You would actually have to remove both screws from one side of one link. When you do that, then the other side, as you can see, there are no screw heads on this side, but then this side would actually just slide out, and you'd have two barrels that just stick across like that. And then you basically, once you remove one of the center links by taking out another one of the screws, then you can slide your barrels back in and get your good size on the links. Have a nice diver's flip lock with safety. Beautiful branding on the clasp, and we've got 4 micro adjustments. So there are no half links, but with the size of these links and the 4 micros, you can really, really get a good size. It does have a dive extension. Now this is probably, and I'm just picky. I'm a picky person. Whenever I have a watch, I always try to find something that just kind of doesn't set right with me, and this doesn't. Somewhat, I don't think the stamped dive extension is appropriate for this watch. I think it should be some type of heavy-duty dive extension that we've seen on some newer watch models. But it is what it is. So a lot of heritage with this brand. Probably my favorite watch that they've ever produced. You've got great specs: sapphire, AR, front and top and bottom of the crystal. Nice display back, large crown, great size. Lug screws in the links. Great bracelet, just very comfortable bracelet. And the MSRP on this particular model, I believe, is anywhere between 23 and 2,500 USD. But that is the MSRP. You can find it every once in a while, quite a bit cheaper than that through various vendors. And you can still find this model. So don't think that you can't find this model. You can. It's just not as prevalent as some of the newer B-42s that are being produced by Fortis. And you're going to have the same great specs with the lugs and the bracelet and the screws, and I mean everything is going to be just as fantastic. So anyhow, I thought I would share this with everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed the brief video presentation. I'll have a full written review over on watchreport.com, so definitely go over, check that out. There should be a link at the bottom of this video presentation. Click on the subscribe button here on the Watch Report YouTube channel. We'd love to have you as subscribers. We've got a lot of great videos for you to check out, so definitely check them out. And stay tuned for my next video review, which hopefully should be coming up within a couple of weeks. Thanks.